Hello, and welcome back to the Spoiler Cast, and welcome to the new season of 2025. Yes, we're finally back. It's been 2 weeks, 2 weeks of anticipation. Yeah, since we released the last episode, but not 2 weeks since we actually recorded it. We've had a long time now, and I was getting antsy, so I was like, we should start recording a new episode. And
Sure.
Here we are. And we're going to start off like everyone else is doing on YouTube right now, or they have been doing for a while now. We're going to do lists. End of the year lists, yes. Top 10 worst, top 10 best, top 10 middle of the road, maybe? I don't know.
We're going to talk about movies.
We're going to talk about movies. We're going to see if 2024 was any better than last year, or if this was a bad year for movies. I mean, judging from my list, there was some really good ones, but there was a lot of middling ones. But either way, that's what we're doing today. We're doing yours and mine top 10 movies and top worst, probably. Top 10 worst.
Yes, just, general talking about movies, I guess.
Yeah, we'll probably talk a little bit about what's coming up in the new year in the end.
Yeah.
But right now, lists. Should we start with like honorable mentions that aren't like is there anything you want to shout out that isn't like the worst or the best?
But so, I guess one of the movies in the middle that I really enjoyed this year, but it's fallen down because it's not like
the best
movie.
Yeah.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Is Anyone But You.
Okay. That's it's quite far down. We should say also I've seen a few more movies than you, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know why
new
that's
movies.
New
for
movies
this year.
Yeah.
In total, I've watched more than I think.
Oh, I don't know how many I've watched.
Because I list every single movie I watched that's new for me, even if it's not new for the year.
I list every movie I watch. If it's new or old, I don't care. I list them.
I don't. If it's a rewatch, I'm not listing it. That's too much.
Okay, really? Okay.
But if it's a new movie for me, I've watched 100 new films, 2024.
Okay. I don't know how many I've seen.
47 of those were new for 2024.
Yeah. I've seen 66 new movies.
Yeah.
For 2024 movies. And also, a quick disclaimer, especially because it's on my top 10 list, there are a few movies there that are technically 2023 releases, but they were 2024 releases in Sweden.
Which is where we are based, so
and
we have to kind of go by that.
And some of them are, debatable, like, you're not going to see Nosferatu on either of our lists, because it unfortunately didn't release here until January 3rd.
Yep.
It's just on the cusp. I know we were discussing maybe, but we've decided that that's a 2025 movie, which is super annoying. We're still going to do an episode on it though. Hopefully we'll even have a guest on for that episode. But for now, it's not on our lists. You'll have to wait to see what we think about that one. But there's going to be some discrepancies here. But that's just the nature of distribution in Sweden.
Yeah.
But you wanted to point out, you say Anyone But You.
Anyone But You.
Yeah, we saw that very early this year, or last year.
Yeah, and it ended up in the no, not middle, it's, wait, God, it reorders as soon as I back out. It ends up, top 20?
Okay.
So it's, kind of middle.
Middle, because you're 40. Yeah, and for me, it's also it's just under top 30. It's 31 out of my 66 movies. So smack them in the middle. Well, which that's what it is. I gave that a 3 out of 5. But it could just as easily be 2.5 out of 5 if I wasn't such a Glenn Campbell fan. Glenn Powell, sorry. Glenn Powell.
And it's not it's not that deep of a movie.
No,
so
it
doesn't have that it doesn't have that weight to it to give it more than that.
No.
But it is a very good movie, that's what I'm trying to say.
It is.
Do you have any of your middle ground
the
shout-outs.
middle road movies. I have a lot of like 3.5-star movies. I would probably like a couple of them. I have one that was kind of disappointment. Not that it was bad, but I'm kind of like surprised that it ended up so far down in the list. My number 28 is Maxine.
Wait, where the hell is No, it's right there. Yeah, it's. I think I rated it lower than you though.
Okay, I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. And it's an interesting movie, but that's the end of a trilogy, where the second act was like, whoa. I mean, Pearl technically was the second movie. And how
movies before this one are spectacular.
Yeah, but the thing was that when we saw X, it was just like, this is pretty good, but I'm not sure what they're trying to go for here. But then when you saw Pearl, you understood it.
Yeah.
Maxine as a kind of tying the Maxine story and / Pearl story up.
Yeah, it fell a bit short on that end.
It worked pretty good on its own, but as a follow-up to those two, not as good as I wanted it to.
No, unfortunately.
Other than that, a couple of movies that I know a lot of people really seem to like, but not a lot of people who have seen it, but not a lot of people have seen them. Caddo Lake. Very surprising movie this year. And a little movie I saw not that long ago called The Order, which was this like semi-epic crime movie that took place in the 80s, based on a true story. With Jude Law as like a hard-hitting, boozing, smoking cop trying to take down some white supremacists. It was really, really fun, and really cool, but ultimately it's just, good movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are my like smack dab in the middle, but I want to shout them out movies, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, before we go into top 10 best, I think we should do top 10 worst.
Yes. Do we go from bottom to top or top bottom?
Well, no, like I have 66 movies in my list, but I'm gonna count the 65th as the last one, because my 66th one I still put it on my list, but it's the one movie that I didn't finish this year. I mean, technically I have not finished other movies as well, but they were old movies. But I have, so it's at the bottom of my list. It probably wouldn't be there if I finished it, but since I couldn't score it, it's at the bottom of my list. It's Poor Things, which we saw very early, like literally beginning of January last year.
Yeah, we have we
talked about it in an episode earlier last year.
We have a lot of movies that are on Letterboxd dated as 2023 because they were on the Oscars, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we didn't get them until January.
No.
It was before the Oscars.
And it's tough then, because it was technically released in Sweden in 2023, but it was a film festival release.
Yeah.
But the official release wasn't even in cinemas. It was on Disney Plus. And it was like the 20th of January or something like that.
Yeah.
So I counted it as a 2024 movie.
Same.
And I didn't finish it, so it's at the bottom of my list. I didn't really particularly like it, so it probably wouldn't end up in like my top 10 anyway, but somewhere in the middle. Unfortunately. So I have 65 movies. So yeah, we should start with 55 for me then, because that's the 10th movie, so to speak.
Yeah.
The least worst.
I'm trying to like make sure my bottom ones are the correct ones. Because I think I end up with like 1 2-star as my bottom 10. But it needs to be the right 2-star.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I have a couple of 2-stars.
So I don't give it to the bad ones. Or the good ones, I guess.
Yeah. But I'll start with mine then, because I don't think that's going to be the same for us, because I have a lot of movies here I don't think you've seen, or a few of them at least. My number 10, I suppose, my least worst movie of 2024 was Brothers, the Amazon Prime movie starring Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage.
Right.
I saw Peter Dinklage on Hot Ones promoting it, so I was like, obviously he was there to promote it, so he had to say he liked it, but he seemed like it was, he seemed kind of passionate about it. It didn't seem like he was phoning it in.
Yeah.
I guess it's just attesting to his skill as an actor, because that movie was pretty bad. Pretty bad. I can see what they were going for, but it just didn't work anywhere. It was. I mean, good performances because it's Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage and Glenn Close. Brendan Fraser's in it. But it just didn't work at all. So it's a 2 out of 5.
My cat just surprised me. She's learned how to climb the back of my chair.
Nice. It's a good image. Good for you too. My number 9 was a big disappointment for me. Because last year, well, I guess 2023 even maybe, we saw the trailer for Cuckoo.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, oh, that looks cool.
I never got around to see that one. Shit.
Maybe skip that one because it wasn't good at all.
Oh, no.
It wasn't scary. It was all over the place. For some reason, what's his name? Dan Stevens played a kooky German like scientist slash psychiatrist. I don't know why. The whole like the big reveal, the big concept, the big horror of the movie just didn't work. It was just like what?
Okay. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, it didn't work at all, and I never connected with the main character, which really makes it hard for you to like enjoy the movie. I just thought the main character was just a brat, an annoying fucking teenager. It's like, oh, you're one of those.
Oh, it was
Hunter Schafer.
Right.
So yeah, unfortunately no. And then we have on my number 8 is the movie Afraid, Afraid.
You watch an AI movie?
I watched an AI movie, and
you hate those.
And that's why I watched it. And this is probably higher up on the list, believe it or not, than it should be. I gave it 2 out of 5, which it doesn't really deserve. But it was a lot of like, see, I told you, because I was like literally screaming at the screen. The movie's terrible, but I'm so afraid of AI that I still like. I like connected with the movie on some level, but as a movie, it's terrible. Terrible movie. It's one of those you can make the joke like, was this written by AI or what? Because the dialogue is so inane. And especially John Cho, who's a pretty good actor. He performs it as AI. He talks like this the entire movie, and you never hear any emotions in his voice, even when his family is in danger. My family is in danger. That's the whole movie. It's so weird.
I think I mixed it up with another
there's been a few AI
internet movie, I suppose. He did one in 2018, the Searching.
Searching is really good though.
Okay.
Searching is really good. But anyway, that's my number 8. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No?
Yeah, I had to like pull up the edit so I could count them better.
Oh, sorry, I miscounted. Brothers was my number 11 technically. So Cuckoo was my number 10.
Oh my god. Okay,
Cuckoo was number 10, sorry. So Afraid was my number 9. The Watchers is my number 8. I really didn't click with that one. I know a few people I follow on YouTube really liked it.
I put it even further down. It's like,
oh, really? Yeah.
Way further down.
I want to say, and that's something that kind of gets obfuscated because how much I dislike the ending or the third act, really. It's a really good-looking movie in the beginning.
Sure.
Like the first two halves, it looks really nice. It's cool, the whole mirror room in the middle of the forest and all that. But the concept, first of all, it doesn't really matter. But why does Dakota Fanning's character live in Ireland? She's an American. We never get that explained to us.
Oh yeah, that's one of the questions we ask.
Why not cast an Irish woman?
Or at least make her have an Irish accent.
Yeah, like it felt like
she can do that.
It felt like you need to at least like just give us one line. I guess I was a dancer. Maybe she was an American dancer who worked for an Irish dancing company. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
See, if you were a dancer and if you were a good dancer, you probably would have gone to London then, I guess.
Or like
if you want to go to an English-speaking country.
Yeah.
That is in America. So no, there's no.
Yeah, so it immediately threw me off.
I think we had a few of those like questions that we just went, like, why is this happening? Why was she there? Why was she doing that?
Yeah. And then the whole third act, it went from like decent horror into like fantasy schlock.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Spoilers with the fairies, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't like that. I was 1.5 for me. And then we have another one that I know some people put in like their top 10. Is my number 7. Sorry, 7. Alien Romulus. I hated it. I can't.
It's my 12 from the bottom. So yeah, it's just above.
I can't deny that some of the effects work was great. I love the fact that they went for all real sets and all that. Like,
yes,
that you can actually see the puppets in the end with the big monster, baby monster thing. Sure, but the plot is so, excuse the wording, retarded. It's so dumb. And the fact that it's yet another Alien movie that is just a copy of the original. Because it's just people on a spaceship gets attacked by a facehugger. An alien comes out and starts hunting them. They need to escape. That's every Alien movie. It. Even the good ones. Even Alien 3 is exactly that. And it ends in a confrontation between the main lady and the alien. Now, in that movie, they couldn't really suck them out into space, but in this one, gets sucked into space. Just like Alien. Just like Aliens. Just like Alien Resurrection. It's the same movie.
All of the beats are the same, basically.
Literally the same. Oh, can you tell I haven't been speaking like this in a while?
Yeah.
And it was so infuriatingly bad. And to see what is his name, Fede Alvarez, who actually done pretty good movies. He did the Resident Evil remake. He did Don't Breathe, which is a good movie, and he produced a couple of good movies. To see, and he talked so passionately about it, and then he just filled it up with garbage fan service and like, ooh, member berries. Like, what the fuck?
Did he write it?
I don't know. I think so. I think he wrote it with his what's it called?
Partner.
Yes, the writing partner, Rodo Soyo. I can't say his name. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, that one.
I think he worked on it as well. Yeah. It was just like, what happened? Because I mean, he did the Evil Dead remake, and that one avoided all of those things. So this should have been the same thing, but no, it was just fucking awful.
Move on, dude.
Move on. Yeah, sorry. My number. Where am I? 6, 7, 6.
Yeah.
6.
I
5,
think
4,
so.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. It's The Pool Man.
I didn't see that one.
No. You don't have to. It's Chris Pine's directorial debut. I'm a low-key fan of Chris Pine because beyond just being like, he's starting out his career as like the pretty boy.
Yeah.
And then having a very eclectic career. Most people think of him as the pretty boy, but he hasn't really done any of those movies in a long time, it feels like.
No. He stopped doing that after like the first couple of years.
Yeah, but that's everything people remember about Chris Pine. He's one of the Chris's, you know?
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of like interesting stuff, like smaller parts. I really enjoy him. So when he decided to make his own movie, and it's like a weird like stoner noir, I don't know. That's the best way to explain it. It's like in the same vein, not as good as, but in the same vein of The Big Lebowski or Inherent Vice. I was like,
your kind of movie.
this could be something. It has Danny DeVito, and Jennifer Jason Leigh, a bunch of people, Clancy Brown, Stephen Tobolowsky, and him in the main role as this super stoner trying to figure out a fucking like Los Angeles municipal mystery, sort of like Chinatown, but with a weirdo in the lead, and it just fell flat. Unfortunately, it didn't work at all. It was just bad, unfortunately. So yeah, that was a big disappointment for me. 1.5 out of 5. Number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 5 is Wicked. We recently did an episode of that, and you don't need to say much more. I hate musicals. And this was, even when it comes to musicals, I know some people say this is one of the better musicals. I would say this is one of the worst musicals I've ever heard. I hated it. I hated it so much. I didn't like anything about it, except some of the sets. Number 4 is Imaginary, another movie we saw early on. This could be lower on the list. But just like a lot of people who has it on their like top 10 list, or top 10 worst list, but higher up, say at least the ending is somewhat, or the third act is somewhat inventive when they actually go into the dream world. there's some fun there, but it's still dumb. Like, they go into the dream world, there's like this blue glowy things.
Yeah, no, I just don't remember thinking there was anything fun to it.
No,
I just remember thinking it's
not even
purely
saying
dumb and like...
I'm not even saying it was good. It was just, at least it's better than the first 2 acts, which is just a house.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. And that's the only reason it got a 1 star from me.
I gave it a 1 star because I feel bad giving a movie just half a star.
Oh, I have no problems doing that.
Like, unless it's pure garbage, like everything looks ugly, no one can act, there's no music, like there's nothing, sure.
That's a 0. That's a 0 star for me, but you can't technically give
0.
Yeah, I know. You can't really give 0, unfortunately.
I don't have any half stars, to be honest.
Oh, really? I have 1 or 2. Well, let's go to number 3 then. The Crow. Did you watch it? Did we talk about it?
We talked about it.
Oh, I don't even remember because it was so bad.
I don't know if we did a full episode on it or if we just mentioned it.
We might have just mentioned it, yeah. It is terrible. So bad, so tone deaf. Like we said, we talked all about it. Why does this movie exist? You can't even say it's like, oh, we want to keep the rights to the IP. No, because those went back a long time ago because there haven't been Crow stuff for decades. They must have known that no fan would ever go for this. Like, nobody wanted to watch this. Not Crow fans, not movie fans.
People wanted to watch it, but they ended up hating it, I think. So people were kind of excited for it when they heard that there was a Crow movie coming out. They were? Yes. I mean, I saw a lot of hype about it.
There are, like always, a lot of 5-star ratings.
Sure, but they're idiots.
There's like... there is actually 3,631 5-star ratings on Letterboxd, which is 4%, though, of everyone who watched it. There's even less 4.5 stars for some reason. Either way, no, it is just awful, and I feel bad for Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor. Was such a waste of talent. He is okay, but the material really drags him down.
He needs better material, and he needs a better director, I think.
Yes.
Because he flourishes with the right directors, and when he gets to play a weird role.
Yeah. And this
wasn't weird enough.
No, this was just cringy.
Yeah.
Oh, so cringy. All the like teen angst between these two supposedly 20-year-olds.
Exactly.
Yeah. The only good part of this, and that's why it's not a half star for me, why it's not in the bottom, is that fight scene or action scene, the shootout in the opera house. Kind of cool.
Yeah, that was the only good part of the entire movie.
3 minutes out of an hour and a half. So almost 2 hours.
I think that was our logic when we talked about it. It was like, that scene gave it an extra half star. Yeah,
you had opera music, you had the big, marble everything, walking up and down stairs, the shooting, the blood, and him not being able to die. Yeah. It looked cool. But that's really it. Cool. That's it. Number 2 on my list was The Strangers, Chapter 1. Oh my god. What utter...
And I don't want to.
No, don't.
I'm scared it's going to ruin the original.
It won't ruin the original, but just don't. It's not worth it. It's terrible. Fucking awful. Not even the masks are good in it. It's too...
Oh, God.
Even the potato sack guy or the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Burlap sack.
Yeah, burlap sack guy. Now it's just this, like... It's, like, designed for his face, and it's just, like, you know... And it's also just...
I'm also
it's like a
little afraid that I'm just going to be scared, because the original is probably the scariest movie I've ever watched in my entire life.
That you've finished.
That I've finished,
we'll talk about that later.
Well, there's different reasons for that.
No,
so like
just skip it. It was just awful, and it is basically a remake of the original.
Right, it's the same storyline.
Yeah, so no one knows if this is supposed to be a reboot or if it's a origin story. No one knows. It's called Chapter 1 because they're making 2 more. I think both of them coming out next year. Which is,
I remember when the trailers came out, people were saying that it is a what's that weird word that people use, like a requel or whatever the fuck they call it?
A requel, yeah, like
it's a reboot sequel kind of thing.
Soft reboot.
Yeah.
The last one's happened, but this is now the new start. Which wouldn't work, though, because they killed all the murderers in Pray at Night, the sequel to the original.
I didn't watch that one either.
No, it was pretty bad. Not as bad as this one, it was pretty bad. Either way, awful movie. Never watch it. I probably won't even hate watch Chapter 2 and 3 when they eventually release. And then finally... Number 1 on my top 10 crap list, the worst movie of the year. Can you guess it? It's Red 1. I mean, we talked about it in the end of last year. This is my only half star. Yeah. It is. I
think I started watching it and gave up like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
That was after you had told me about it, though, and like talked about it. So I was like, man, maybe I should try just to hate watching it.
It is.
I can't.
It is. You know, all the like the formulaic, like boring like garbage that Disney makes nowadays.
Yeah.
Mixed with the like. What do you call it? Like heartless content slop that comes out from like Netflix or Amazon Prime, like this is. Like this is,
and then you have The Rock's ego on top of that.
Yeah, then you have the fact that it's just a product because the star is The Rock, who is not an actor; he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
All of these, the worst of Hollywood right now, all combined into this mass and then compressed into fucking like molten lava, almost diamond, in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what Red 1 is. It's the cult.
And they threw Christmas on it.
And they threw Christmas on it, which is even worse. It is just the culmination of years of garbage movies compacted in together. Like I said, it is a soulless corporate piece of garbage content slop. This movie is an affront to filmmaking and art in general. It is the worst fucking piece of garbage I have ever... it might even be the worst movie ever. Maybe. It might be. I might even watch like Shark Exorcist over this. Because at least... I'll show you Shark Exorcist.
No.
No. It is awful. I hate it. I don't hate a lot of movies. Like, hate. I hate a lot of movies, but
You talk more about it in one of our Christmas... patron episodes.
No, it's the first.
It's a free episode.
I think it's a free episode. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, watch that if you want to hear more
complaints.
More complaints about Red 1. Should have been Red Last or something. I don't know. Either way, those are my top 10 worst movies of the year.
Top 10 worst. Yes.
Cuckoo, Afraid, Watchers, Alien Romulus, Poolman, Wicked, Imaginary, The Crow remake, The Strangers Chapter 1, and Red 1. That's it.
I'm probably going to be quicker with my list.
Sure. Yeah.
You have a tendency to blab sometimes.
I try not to, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did finish Poor Things, and it ended up on number 10 as my worst movies.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay.
I mean, it's pretty. I'll give it that. It has really cool sets and all that stuff, but the story is just dumb and disgusting, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's what I remember from us talking about it. That you didn't vibe with the plot or the script at all.
No,
which is the same for me.
No.
It didn't work for me at all.
There's no female empowerment in this movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's also weird. So many people said it was.
Yeah. Unless I'm completely missing the point, but no.
But you're a woman.
To me, sex work isn't really female empowerment, first of all.
Okay.
I mean, let's leave it at that. Number 9 is actually the Speak No Evil remake.
Oh, really?
I looked at my 2 stars, because that's a 2-star for me.
Sure.
I'd rather rewatch Romulus or The Zone of Interest than Speak No Evil.
Oh, Zone of Interest, yeah, sure. I mean, I kind of liked it. I gave it a 3.
I didn't like it.
I gave it 2.5 actually. Okay.
I give it a 2.
Okay, you hated it more than me. Cool.
Yeah, it ruined the storyline. It ruined everything. The only thing good in it is James McAvoy, basically.
Yeah.
And he's a total creep, so I don't know if I want to watch it. In the movie, I mean, in the movie.
Just like he delighted in acting in that movie, you kind of delight in watching him like have fun with it, I think. But yeah.
Until you know why he's doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we knew he was the bad guy from the beginning.
Sure.
That's also a thing. Like, if you have seen the original...
You know too much when
you know too much.
Yeah, I know.
And you're also going to say, what? When the ending comes around. The ending works on its own, but as a remake, it's like, what? No.
Yeah, that deducted another half star from me.
Okay.
They fucked up the remake.
Yes.
After that, though, and that would be 10, 9, 8, is Moana 2.
Okay, I didn't see that one, so I don't know.
I watched it on a whim. It is basically a carbon copy of the first movie. She's just a little bit older and has 2 more friends with her. There are humans.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing. They go through a weird portal to end up in like this monster realm underwater, and then they escape from that, and then they go and find the bad guy who's not really the bad guy. It's just the same movie. They even have like similar songs.
Yeah.
And the coconuts return. It's just dumb. There was no point to that one. I don't get it. Focus on making the live action one, which is also gonna suck most likely.
Probably, yeah. I haven't seen it, and I haven't even seen the first one. So
I mean, the first one is pretty good. It's fine.
Yeah.
For a Disney movie.
Okay.
Number 7 is Mean Girls.
Wow, okay. That's another one that kind of ended up in towards the end of the list, but still like in the middle of my list. All right. But I guess
it might be because I'm comparing it more.
And I have more 1 stars and half stars, I guess.
That's a 1.5 though.
Oh really? I gave it 2.5.
Like Poor Things was 2 stars. Speak No Evil 2 stars. Moana 2 stars. Mean Girls is 1.5.
Wow. Okay, I didn't get that from our discussion about it. Okay, I gave it 2.5.
It dawned on me later on when I was going through my list as well that it's just bad. I haven't even tried to rewatch it. None of the songs were catchy. And I like musicals.
That's true. Yeah, the musical part of it sucked.
I didn't even like the acting for most of the part. As the Mean Girls, the 3 Mean Girls were okay. Everyone else sucked.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. Terrible. I guess it's fine as a musical if you watch it on Broadway, but as a movie,
no.
Hell no.
No. Yeah.
Then I have number 6 then, I guess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah. The Watchers. At 1.5 star.
So that at least there we're similar.
Yeah. Again, cool concept for like the first 2/3, I guess, with the whole box in the woods and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But too many, I guess, plot holes or just missing plot in general. And then the fucking fairies.
Fucking fairies.
See, I like fantasy stuff.
Yeah, you kind of like that.
Do not take that out of context. I like fantasy stuff, but the 2 worlds did not really...
It didn't work, yeah.
And they didn't match up anywhere. There was no transition that made sense. It was just, oh, by the way, there's fairies.
Had you read the book?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't even... Did we figure out what book it was?
I don't...
Is it called The Watchers?
I don't remember. No, I don't think it was.
Remember.
Okay, but you read that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, but you hadn't read that one. Okay, fair enough.
No, I actually haven't read that many books with fairies. I think I've read like 1 series and a half book more. I think I have a couple, but I haven't read them all.
Yeah.
No, it's just terrible. Beautiful first, like the concept again, the beginning, really cool. It looked really good. It had potential. They fucked it over.
Yeah, I agree.
Shame for a first-time director, I guess.
Yeah.
Number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 is Damsel.
I didn't watch that one. Okay,
don't watch it.
No, exactly. That's what you saw it and you said don't watch it, so I didn't. That's too bad.
Again, it's one of those movies that I should like. It's got this badass princess. It's got dragons. It's got like magic and shit. It's cool castles and stuff.
Yeah.
But fuck no.
Oh.
It's just annoying.
It's Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Yes, which doesn't help because I don't like her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know. After she ran over that family and then just like laughed and backed up again. That kind of threw me off of her as well. It's a meme. Sorry. It's a meme.
was like, wait, I recognize
It's a meme that
that
died out because people thought it was too mean, and then it came back a few months ago for some reason. Sorry, whatever. Sorry.
It's because she got married.
Okay. Ew, you married
I just don't like her.
You married a mass murderer?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Isn't it like Bon Jovi's son or something as well? Damn it. No, it had potential again, but it just flopped. She's annoying. The dragon's annoying. The Rieseni's annoying.
That sucks.
They made the dragon a good guy, for Christ's sake. Dragons shouldn't be good guys. They should be. Not like that.
Can be good guys, but I see what you mean.
Like, there was a valid reason for the bad thing. No.
Oh, so they try to
no.
He's a bad guy, but
justify.
not actually.
Yeah, they justify the dragon. Well, it's a she, I guess,
whatever,
in this case.
okay.
Yeah, no. Just, nah.
Oh, so that's why, I'm a woman like you.
Yeah.
Was that a thing?
I think so.
Oh, God. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, I'm holding you up.
Number 4 was Argyle. You didn't watch
I didn't
that
watch
one
that
again.
either. Because it was one you brought up a couple of times. And I'm not even that big of a fan of the director anyway, so...
No, but I think I was intrigued because of the whole... It's an author, spy books, that could be kind of fun, and then, oh my god, is she a spy for real? But then there was a twist on 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 another twist, and the cool shit you saw in the trailer was just from her book.
Well,
or was it? That was part of the twist. Come on! The pretty characters that you see in the trailer
are all the book
characters in her books.
Yeah.
Yes.
That much I gleaned from reading about it, yeah.
So, unfortunately, you don't get to see Dua Lipa be a badass spy. Which was what I kind of wanted to do. You get, one scene of that. But that's it.
Yeah, they sold it to you very well.
Yes, and then they fucked me over.
And they took a crap in the bag.
Yeah. Number 3, Imaginary, 1 star.
Hey!
Argyle also had a 1 star, by the way. Yeah, just...
For the same reasons. Is fucking
Yeah.
awful Blumhouse garbage content.
See, I'm contemplating switching Imaginary and the next one just because...
Which is the next one?
The source material is better for the next one.
Oh, is it The Crow?
Which is... Yes,
okay.
The Crow.
Well, that was my number 4, number 3. So yeah, it makes sense. They are kind of interchangeable, yeah. But I think The Crow goes lower on the list because it's such a.
They ruined such a good source material. That's the issue.
I don't know what the word is in English now. It's a whimf against the original.
Oh god!
That's a rare instance of me not
there's a
knowing the
word
English
for
word,
it. Insult.
Yeah, it's an insult to the original.
Basically.
At least the Imaginary is just an insult to the audience, not a dead person.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'd say keep Crow at number 3 or
number 2 is Crow.
Sorry, 2. Number 1.
Borderlands.
Oh, I never saw it. I skipped it because I knew I would hate it. I don't even like the video games. So
see. I played one of the games. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I've played a couple of them, but I never got into actually finishing any of them. Yeah,
I like the world is kind of cool.
Sure,
I like that part. And I was like, yeah, it could be fun to see that. But then they just
I don't know what they did.
I don't know. It looked cool, sure, but there was so many good actors just wasted.
Yeah.
So much cool stuff that you just wasted on a terrible plot line, or terrible plot, story, everything. Everything that has to do with the script, terrible.
Yeah.
Dialogue, terrible. The acting wasn't even that good, even though we're great actors. They could not act well because there was nothing to act.
Yeah. It's one of those...
And then again, fucking plot twists that just ruin everything. Sometimes plot twists are cool, sure. But when they're literally telling us that this is the truth, they figured it out. This is the truth, and then in the last second go, nah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's not. There were no hints nowhere in the entire movie that what you said was the truth wasn't the truth.
Well,
you can't just. It's like we came to the end and we need to switch that because that doesn't work for the ending I want to make. So they just okay.
They painted themselves into a corner. Yeah, it's a classic, what do we do? Switch! Or
and they don't go back and like
put
in the little hints somewhere. No. They just
it's a classic Deus Ex Machina where and everyone was going to die, and from the sky came an angel and saved them. But here's a switch.
There is an angel.
I know how it ends. I've heard about the twist, and also like, yeah.
And then basically everyone does die, and then all of a sudden they're not dead. I'm like, hello? Fucking idiotic. Yeah. And apparently, like, the director or production, whatever, just went like, no, everyone's hating on it because they're dumb. Like, no,
it's your movie.
It's because you fucked up.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. I need to mention that just above my number 11 is Deadpool and Wolverine. As much as it was fun to watch.
Oh, shit!
Did you watch that?
Yeah, we saw it in the theater.
No, I saw it in the theater with my boyfriend. I don't know if you ever went and saw it in theater. That's why I don't remember.
No, you and I saw it.
No, I saw it with my boyfriend.
Yeah, but you saw it twice.
I saw it twice?
What? It's not in my list. Hold on. No,
did you watch?
Hold on. I always log them on Letterboxd. I gotta see.
Because I don't think we did an episode on it even. I think I talked about it.
No, I saw it. I have it here.
Okay.
My activity. I reviewed and rated it on Thursday, July 25th. Yeah, no, I saw it. And
what did you give it?
2.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.
So, in light of that, let me just quickly go back. See, I cared so little about it, I didn't even put it in my list. But I can't deny that it was something fun. 2.
Exactly.
Oh, did something crash on my computer now?
I hope the fuck not.
Yeah. I mean,
again, it was fun to watch. I get it. The fan service, haha, yeah. But there's no.
You know what? It wouldn't crack my bottom 10. It would be number 11, like you say, yeah. Because
exactly.
My number 11 right now is Unfrosted, the Netflix movie about Pop-Tarts, and I would probably put it below that, but above Brothers. So it would be my number 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I saw 67 movies. Okay. Yeah, but it was not in my top 10. It's an awful movie. Awful movie, though.
I have to admit, I did laugh. I enjoyed it while I watched it. At the moment, because of the atmosphere in the theater, I guess. After that, nah.
No, yeah.
I haven't thought about it since.
I enjoyed parts of it. That's all I'll say. I didn't like it. Should we do top 10 then? Top 10 good movies?
Yes.
And here is where the episode ends. Yes, this episode ran so long that we actually cut it up into 2 parts. So here you got our top 10 worst movies of the year, and next week you'll be getting the top 10 actually best movies of the year. Just want to say thank you so much also for 2024. What a great year it was, and let's hope 2025 is an even better year. And yeah, stay tuned for part 2 where we talk about the best movies over the last year. And here's the outro. Bye. The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and hosted by Tobias Vedén. Co-host is Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. CK85, Christopher Berlin, Daniel Gaiso, Annika Vedén, Jacob, Mom and Mac, and Laura Kinney.